Chapter 7's test on page 392. In the last video, I was covering problems 1 through 16 is what I made it through. And then I had to stop because I hit about 13 minutes. And, well, I was just having too much fun doing that. So I think we need to continue going on and keep doing these problems. This is good test review. So starting with number 17. Sweet. All right, 12y plus 3 equals 9y. Minus 15. So a lot of different options we can do here. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 9y on both sides because I want to. Those cancel out. 12y minus 9y, that's 3y, plus 3 equals negative 15. Subtract 3 on both sides. Awesome. Those cancel out. 3y equals negative 15 minus 3. I'm at negative 18. Divide both sides by 3. Oh my goodness, y is equal to negative 6. Awesome. Number 18. Okay, 18, we got 3, and then in parentheses 2b plus 6 equals 4b minus 8. Let's distribute 3 to both of these terms. So that's 6b plus 18 equals, and then 4b, oops, I did write 18, sorry. 4b minus 8. Let's, what could we do to both sides? Let's subtract 4b on both sides, because I feel like it. 6b minus 4b, that's 2b. Or not 2b. Just kidding, it's 2b. Equals negative 8. Let's subtract 18 on both sides. Negative 8 minus 18. Be careful with these negatives here. I see a lot of mistakes on examples like this. Negative 8 minus 18, that is negative 26. Divide both sides by 2. We're almost there. And b is negative 13. Fun, fun, fun. All right, I need to erase some stuff because the next problem is it's kind of a lot. All right, now I'm going to erase the title too because I feel like it. All right, cool. All right, so let's start off with number 19. This is the beginning of some of the word problems. Probably should write a different color other than black. Black on black is not quite visible. All right, so 19. 19 says find 3 consecutive integers with a sum of 267. So hopefully you remember from class, or your math class, okay, that the first one is going to be n, and the next consecutive integer has to be one more than that, so n plus 1. The next one has to be n plus 2. And that's 3 consecutive integers, 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to equal 267 when you add it all up. So I see an n plus an n plus an n, that's 3n. And a 1 plus a 2, that's a 3. Equals 267. Let's subtract 3 on both sides. Those cancel out. 267 minus 3, that's 264. Equals 3n. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And n is going to equal, let's see, 88. Okay. Remember, the answer, though, was find the 3 consecutive integers. So our answer is 88, 89, and 90. Those are 3 consecutive integers that add up to 267. Number 20. All right, number 20. A rental car company charges $35 a day plus 15 cents per mile for a mid-sized car. A customer owes $117.15 for a 3-day rental. Notice, 3-day rental. How many miles did the customer drive? So, what do we not know? We don't know miles. Okay, I don't know the number of miles. Okay, so what I do know is that it's $35 a day, and I rented it for 3 days. So, $35 a day. I rented that for 3 days. And I'm also going to be charged for the mileage, right? So it's 15 cents a mile, but I don't know how many miles I went. 15 cents per M. When I add those two fees up, I should be at my total bill of $117.15. Now, to save time, I could go ahead and solve all this stuff, but I've solved a ton of equations in the last video and this video, and really the key here for my test, okay, hopefully you're for your math teacher's test as well if you're not in my class, okay, is this equation is the most important part. If you got this equation from the word problem, you got the hard part. All you got to do is make sure you go through the little routine like a monkey or whatever and making sure that you're solving it. So if we solve it correctly, we end up with 81 miles. And I'm going to move forward from there. I'm going to move forward in magenta. All right, 21. A moving truck leaves a house and travels at a steady rate of 40 miles an hour. The family leaves the house 1 hour later following the same route in a car. They travel at a steady rate of 60 miles per hour. They're going faster. How long after the moving truck leaves the house will the car catch up with the truck? So what do we got going on here? Well, the truck is going 40 miles per hour. So in 40 miles for an unknown amount of time. We don't know how far it's gone. Okay, the family is going 60 miles an hour. Okay, it was miles an hour. Okay, but they leave an hour later, so they basically travel the same amount of time the truck has done, but minus an hour because they left an hour later. Sweet. When I solve that equation, and I set them equal because I want to know when will they catch up. When will they have traveled the same amount of distance? When I solve that equation, the amount of time, it's 3 hours. They'll catch up in 3 hours to that truck. Alrighty. Moving on, 22. Good problems, good problems. Alright, the Jaspers collect nickels, dimes, and quarters in a jar. How exciting. When they count the change in the jar, there are twice as many nickels as there are quarters. Fun, 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 fun. If there is $15.30 in dimes and $74.80 in all, how many quarters are there? Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in this problem. Okay, well, what do I not know? I don't know how many quarters there are. I have no idea. So I know it's 25 cents a quarter, so 25 cents times the number of quarters. Okay, well, let's see what else I got. Okay, what do I else not know? I don't know the number of nickels either, but I do know it said there are twice as many nickels as there are quarters. Well, that means the number of nickels would be 2 times Q, right? So if it's 5 cents per nickel, then it would be 5 cents per 2Q. Okay, that's the number of nickels, twice as many as the quarters. And it said I have $15.30 in dimes. Who has that many dimes? I have no idea. $15.30 in dimes. And all in all, it's $74.80. So, how much quarters are there? How many quarters are there? Well, when you solve for Q, it's 170 quarters. Okay, we set up the hard part. The hard part's the equation. 170 quarters. So sweet. We got it. Bingo. All right, I'm going to erase some stuff, and we are going to move on to the inequality section. Fun. I'm excited. Covered almost a whole unit already. All right, let's oh goodness, I'll go with white, black and white. Okay, 23. It's more of a gray, really. Maybe it's just the black. Anyways, 23. 7m minus 8 is greater than 6. So what we're supposed to do here is we're supposed to solve and graph. I apologize in advance. My graphs are not going to be very good because I'm going to try to do this fairly hastily. So let's add 8 to both sides. 6 plus 8 is 14. 7m is greater than 14, so 7 divided on both sides. 14 divided by 7 is 2. M is greater than 2. So here is my incredibly horrible graph. Here's my 2. It should be an open circle, and m is greater than 2, so let's shade to the right because we want the numbers that are bigger than 2. Wow, that is absolutely awful. Just go with it. 24. Okay, 24, 2x minus 6 is greater than or equal to negative 9. 2x minus 6 is greater than or equal to negative 9. Ooh, said negative 9, right? Negative 9. There we go. Let's add 6 to both sides. Negative 9 plus 6, that's negative 3. We're going to divide both sides by 2. And x is greater than or equal to negative 3 halves. Let's graph. Okay, here's negative 3 halves on the graph. It's a closed circle because it has the or equal to part. Closed circle, and x is greater than that number. So all the numbers that are bigger are off to the right. 25. You know, this really looks boring. It's like an old black and white movie. Let's spice it up with some pink. All right, 25. Negative 9a minus 1. Oh, that's much better. Negative 9a minus 1 is less than or equal to 26. Less than or equal to 26. Let's add 1 to both sides. These cancel out. Negative 9a is less than or equal to 27. Divide both sides by a negative 9. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're dividing by a negative, and it's an inequality. That should be like, whoa, alarm's going off right now. If I divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, or if my pen actually starts to work. There we go. You got to flip the inequality sign. So 27 divided by -9, that's -3. And let's graph. -3. Close circle because it has an or equal to. A is greater than or equal to -3, so shaded to the right because those are where the numbers that are bigger than -3 reside. 26. All right, 26. 22 is less than 6c plus 4. Subtract 4 on both sides. Very cool. Okay, 18 is less than 6c. Divide both sides by 6. Wow. Okay, c is greater than 3. You like how I wrote that? If I reverse it, it's c is greater than 3, just like that. The alligator's got to eat the same thing. All right, so here's my 3. It's an open circle, and c is shaded to the right because it's greater than. Open circle because it doesn't have the or equal to. 27. 27, b over 3 plus 12 is greater than -3. Subtract 12 on both sides first. Sweet. B over 3 is greater than -3 minus 12, that's -15, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. I do not flip the inequality sign. Just because the 15 is negative doesn't mean I flip. I only flip when I multiply both sides by a negative number, and I'm multiplying both sides by a positive number, so I do not need to flip. Those 3's cancel out. B is greater than -45. So, number line. Okay, here's my -45. Open circle, shaded to the right. Man, all of these have been shaded to the right. How annoying. 28. I hope there's a change to the next one. I don't think there will be, though. -2/3 x plus 8 is less than or equal to 2. I'm going to subtract 8 on both sides. So I got -2/3 x, those cancel out, is less than or equal to 2 minus 8, that is -6. And I should probably clean that up a little bit and try to be neater. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply both sides by -3 over 2 because I want to cancel this fraction out. So times -3 over 2. And since you multiply both sides by a negative, I know you just flip the inequality sign, right? So x is going to be greater than or equal to -6 times -3 over 2. That's a positive 9 because -6 times -3 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Okay, number line, we got a 9. Sweet. It's an or equal to, so it's shaded in. And it's x is greater than, so shaded off to the right. Yet again, shaded off to the right. Let's clear some space, because I really want to do these last few. I'm running out of time. Whoa. Okay. Let's take up a lot of space, and let's go blue. All right. So, 29. 11 is greater than -3y plus 2. Subtract 2 on both sides, please. Those cancel out. -3y less than 11 minus 2. That's going to be 9. Divide both sides by -3. Oh, you divided both sides by a negative, so I know you flipped that inequality sign, right? So -3 is less than y, or y is greater than -3. And we're going to graph that. My goodness. This is insane. It's an open circle, and it's shaded to the right yet again. All right, this is the last inequality one. Let's try it out. Okay, here we go. 16 minus 4a is greater than 8. I have a good feeling about this one. Good feeling. Subtract 16 on both sides. Let's cancel out. -4a is greater than 8 minus 16. That's, well, -8. Sweet. Divide both sides by -4. Oh, goodness. Divided by a negative, so you got to flip that sign. A is less than 2. Oh, goodness. So we got a 2. And now my pen is going super slow. I don't know what happened. Of course it's going slow at the very end of the video. 2. There we go. Open circle at 2. Shaded to the, finally, the left because A is less than 2. Oh, we only waited like, what, a ton of minutes to see that happen. Anyways, I'm Mr. Bohork. I'm running out of time. Only got a few seconds left. So I will continue in another video and try to do the rest of them on this Chapter 7 test. Have a great day.